How's it going, everybody? This is Team Rojas with Epidemic Sound. Today I'm going to show you guys a couple of tips and tricks on how to master your B-roll. So the first tip is going to be to diversify your shots. I'm talking close-ups, medium shots, long shots, wide shots, drone shots. Having this diverse range of B-roll is gonna create a more compelling sort of story to your whole video that you have. So you can have all these wide shots to kind of establish what's going on, and then the close-ups to see in detail of like what they're doing. Oh, these people they're digging up a thing, and oh wow, there's 4 of them. Now I get a sense of the environment, and then now I get a sense of the hard work from all these people. And then going off of diversity, making sure that you're collecting all these shots, you want to over capture. You want to shoot everything and anything, and you want to fill up your card. So the next trick that I'm going to give you is to shoot through things. So whether that's a tree, a bush, a plant, a piece of fabric that you find, maybe even hold something in front of your lens to give it this foreground element. I'm going to put 2 shots side by side here. Here's me shooting through a bush. And then here's the shot standing alone. As you can tell, the bush adds this extra layer, this foregroundness, and it creates something that's more interesting and that you look at and you go, wow, there's a lot more going on here. The third tip I'm gonna give you is to go against all of your instincts and shoot towards the sun. Yeah, this is a real thing. I'm being real with you. What I like to do is I like to kind of walk by a tree and then I'll like scope it out and I'll be like, okay, yeah, there's an opening right here. I see like light pours in through here, and then I'll just kind of push in with my camera a little bit and then move around the leaves and then get these light leaks that come in. You can do this with people as well. If you want to use their face, you can get a low angle, get that hero's pose, make them look all superior with a little bit of light leak behind them. Just basically get creative with your environment and don't give up. Don't just be that guy who's standing around this camera. All right, so the next tip that I'm gonna give you is to move with your camera. So what I mean by that is to, instead of having just this static shot of something, if you push your camera in, it's gonna give it this dolly effect. And if you move it from side to side with your body, then you're gonna get sort of a slider from left to right, front to back. So what this does is it gives you this dynamic cinematic shot, but in actuality, it's just a handheld shot and you're moving your body just a couple inches, maybe a foot. It's gonna make your video a lot more professional looking and looks like you have all this equipment when in actuality, you don't need it at all. So if you're pushing in like this, you're not really gonna do it for a long time. It's gonna be probably a couple seconds. But if you're shooting in slow motion, which is the next tip, then that is gonna be extended by 5 times, 2 times, even 10 times. Pretty much, I would say 95% of my B-roll that I use professionally for clients, for personal projects, for really anything is gonna be shot in slow motion. I shoot on the Canon 1DX Mark II with 120 frames per second, so that is 5 times slower than 24 frames per second. But you don't have to shoot that slow. Before I had this camera, I used to shoot at 60 frames per second, which is still 40% slower than real-time speed and still adds that sort of cinematic element to it. Not only does the slow motion look a lot more cinematic and a lot more meaningful and professional and high quality, but it also makes your footage a lot smoother. So if you're shooting normally handheld, you're gonna have all this jitter, but that shake is also gonna be slowed down with the footage. So everything that I've shown you today is actually handheld. This is just me shooting in slow motion, handheld, shooting through objects, shooting through the sun, getting creative with my shots. If you guys took away something from this video, please click that subscribe button, leave a like, leave a comment, follow me on my personal channel, and keep killing it.